Okay, so today, to deepen with those that you love a little bit more, we're going to do this thing where you make a request. You make a request of the other person. You're asking for something that you want, something that you need, just a small bit of help, anything. I mean, it's supposed to be a game. It's supposed to be playful. So sure, you can get like crazy with it. It can be, ask for something outlandish, or like have them, feed your dinner, or have them massage your back the whole time you guys are watching TV, whatever. But make a request of the other person. Or it could be something more based in real life, like I really need some help, whatever, editing these videos. And I'm going to ask my daughter to watch one for me and tell me what she thinks, or something like that. Something that's more of a curiosity, like I'd like to know what she thinks, or it sure would be interesting to make this request of her. I'd like to see how she does it, or how this would go. I like to try some new areas of our teammate-ness, because that's what this is. This is basically you and the people that you love reminding yourselves how teammate goes, what you guys are actually doing here in this relationship of connection and closeness. You get to have things like benefits that you can rely on each other. You get to have the benefits of relying on each other. And we're just reminding ourselves of those, because sometimes we can either take them for granted and do it all the time, where it's like we're constantly, making requests of each other. But when we set it up as like an intentional thing, maybe we think about it a little bit differently and make different types of requests than just like, hey, grab me this. Hey, put my purse in the car. Hey, and so that, or it could be the other way around. It could be that, especially in the role of parent-child, or even in relationships, one person might be more of the doer or giver, or person that's receiving requests, and the other one is making more requests. But the fact that we're rebalancing that and saying both people make a request of each other, it can call that into your awareness. Like, oh, okay, so I get to make a request. Oh, I hardly ever make requests. Or just, having that trust of leaning on the other. I know that sometimes kids might not think that you need their help with anything. Sometimes partners don't think that you need their help with anything. Just all based on the pattern that you've set up, and just looking at those things, breaking every pattern up is like kind of what we do with these games. Is just like break up the patterns, look at every little angle, and see how it informs you about what you're already doing. But I do think it's just an exercise of trust and vulnerability to ask for something. And even in your ask, you're sort of letting the other person know, what your wishes are, what you would wish for if you had a chance, or what you might want more of, or what you're curious about. And it lets them know your needs, and they hear you asking, and they hear you relying on them, and they know that you're kind of, entrusting that particular activity to them. And there can be some fun in that. There can be fun in doing that together, and there's certainly closeness and deepening in that, more connection in that. And so, yeah, I think we should just try it. Like I said, the dynamic that you already have set, hopefully you're trying to bust it up a little. So if you're like, this is easy, I always make requests, try to make a different one then. Like, realize, which ones do I always make? Which ones are the common ones? And what can I do that's a little bit out of that? I'm always making requests to have them help me with physical things, like grab this for me, do this for me. But I don't usually make a request in the emotional department. Like, could you tell me that you love me? Or could you tell me something that you like about me? Or, whatever. Could you read this story that I wrote and tell me what you think of it? Some other thing that's a little outside of what you guys might usually do, and just see how it goes. Make a request of each other and enjoy being able to lean on each other like that. Enjoy figuring out what team, or reminding yourself what team really is and really can be.